Alright, so today's the inaugural cook on the PK grill. Went out to my local butcher and I got 5 sterling ribeyes. Now, with that being said, you know I can't do everything the same, so I'm doing something a little bit unique. If you remember, I went and used some pineapple as a marinade one time for the steaks, and they came out really tender. So I'm doing that again, except this time I'm going to actually season the steaks. These have been marinating overnight, believe it or not.
You ready? Let's go!
I've actually got these kind of tidied up. Not exactly like competition, but a little. As you can see, several of these ribeyes obviously have some very good marbling. Some better than not. That's part of the process when you go to a steak competition, though. You have to pick out one, and hopefully you get a good ticket so you can pick the one you want. But I'm trying to make these similar just in nature. Like I said, I won't be able to brine these with pineapple and all that stuff before the competition, but I wanted to do this because that pineapple last time worked on that other steak that I used, and I think it's going to work great on these ribeyes too.
Ring on my fish like a pineapple, shaped like a Coke bottle.
I'm just going to show you an example here. Kind of basically took a lot of the fat off around the edges, what you want to do for steak competition. Basically the reason for that is you don't want the judges biting into a lot of fat, because they will just slice and then they divvy out, slice, divvy out. That's kind of how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and season these up, and then we're going to allow these to rest for a little while before we get them onto the grill, and then we go from there. Alright, so for this, I'm going to be using this big Poppas double secret steak rub. I just like it on steaks. You can use whatever you want. Typically salt and pepper work just fine, obviously on steaks. But I just like this steak seasoning, and I'm going to try it out, see how it comes through, and go from there. So make sure we get that little pat. You know, you get that little pat that seasoning in there. Definitely don't want to rub, pat.
Firm but with a little give. Yep, these are medium rare.
What if somebody wants theirs well done?
We ask them politely yet firmly to leave.
So flip those over, and like I said, I'm gonna allow the seasoning to rest on there for a little bit before we ever get them on the grill. But this gets us a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get this seasoned up, and yeah, this should be good. Definitely looking forward to seeing how it turns out. Hopefully it turns out as good as I think it will. Get some good grill marks on these, and go from there. Grill set up. As you can see, I got a nice little burn in yesterday with that grill, so that's good. Definitely should be good. So what I'm going to do in this setup is a little bit different than normal steak competitions. I'm going to be doing kind of direct on one side, and I'm going to leave the other side uncooled. I figure I can get all the steaks on here and off here pretty quickly in enough time. So basically what you see down there is that one of those is a Mojo Brick. It's actually a competition blend. And then around that, of course, what you see is the Prime 6 Charcoal. Normally I would like to use post oak, but I'm all out of post oak right now. I gotta order some more. So with that being said, I'm gonna use this competition blend. It'll also help get the fire started when it's all said and done. So we'll get on that, get this grill lit, and then like I said, over here on this side will be my indirect side. I won't have no heat source over here. So basically what I can do is take the steaks as they get closer to temp and just lay them over here. I'm gonna get a riser for it so I can keep them a little bit away from the heat, but just get them out of the way until such time as they can get up to temp. So like I said, should be a fun cook. Looking forward to seeing how it turns out, and I'm definitely excited about the first inaugural cook on this PK grill. If you get any questions for me, obviously I'm no expert on the PK at this juncture. I'm still new. I will say one thing I'm not a fan of right away is the vents at the bottom. They seem to get stuck, they're kind of clunky, and obviously this whole body is aluminum, so just like my blaze, you can't really touch it with your hands. It makes it really difficult, so I'm going to have to find some kind of device or something to move those vents around on the bottom when time comes. Channel locks or something like that should work, but we're going to get this ready and get started and go from there. Alright, so here we go with the inaugural cook. I'm going to go ahead and get this charcoal rolling. And just like I tell everybody, it takes a little while for the Prime 6 charcoal to get rolling, but once it does, it burns efficiently. And bunch of times, so one of the reasons I like to use it. Now I'm just going to basically lay this charcoal on top of it. I'm just getting the old charcoal and go from there. Like I said, it won't take but long for us to get going, and then we'll see how it turns out. As you can see, the Prime 6 charcoal is rolling hot. I'm just going to cover the rest of this, get this spread out, and of course we'll get this rolling. Won't be long and we'll get cooking. First PK cook about to go down. Definitely looking forward to it, and like I said, this should be a good one. Alright, let's go ahead and see where we're at. As you can see, we are 600 or more, so that's good. That's where we need to be. Go ahead and start getting these steaks on here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these on here. And there's a reason, or a method if you will, for the madness. And I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to set the timer, go from there. Alright, so now we've had them on there for a minute 20. So I'm just going to take these and basically turn them the other way. Oh, having some problems here. It's a little easier to not do than to do. I like these little Grill Grate spatula. Definitely helps out quite a bit. Oop, having some problems here. It's okay. Main thing is to turn it from the 2 o'clock to the 10 o'clock position. And that should get this grill mark. That's what we're really looking for in this situation. Just give me a little bit. It's okay. Alright, so now I just flip that one over. Basically going back to the 2 o'clock position. Gonna do the same thing for these others. Look at those diamonds on there. Beautiful. Same with this one. Flip it back over. Diamonds don't look as good in that one, but hey. First run, right? Can't be perfect. Alright, so this one, same thing. Back at the 2 o'clock position. Let's get them back on there. Another minute. Alright, time to turn them again. Got the 2 o'clock. Now I'm going to put these back on the 10 o'clock. Same for over here. Just got to get that little perfect turn on these. This one's being a little stubborn. It's okay. And then again, another minute, 10 seconds. Well, there she is. The first steaks off the PK grill. I'd say it's a perfect medium. I know some will say it's medium rare, but trust me, there's nothing bloody about this thing. That is straight pink. And I can even show you. Okay, there's no blood coming out of this. That is just straight pink. Straight grill marks on there. I also got a little cheesy baked potato on there that I also cooked on the PK grill. So definitely I would say first venture is good. Obviously want to try to get a little bit more, you know, as it's learning the process with these different steaks on this PK grill. But like I said, this is a first cook on the cooker. I don't think I did too bad. Hopefully you'll agree with me. But like I said, it was a good one, and I definitely did enjoy this one. So more to come.